Hello, friends. My name is Kari. This is Tiger Lily Designs. Welcome to day 5 of the 12 Days of Stitchmas. Welcome, friends. Happy Friday. Happy December 5th to you. I hope you're excited for the weekend. It is Jingle Ball weekend. If you're a World of the Stitchers, hopefully you know what Jingle Ball means. It is a fabulous, fantastic virtual cross-stitch event retreat that is held by Lindy Stitches. If you haven't grabbed your ticket, I will have her linked down below. It's an all-weekend event, starts today at 3 p.m. I will see you there. If you are looking for me in one of the stitching tables, I'm going to be popping in and out throughout the weekend, but I will always let you guys know in my little Instagram bubble what table I am at, if I'm at a table, just in case you want to come say hi. I would love that so much. Okay, without further ado, friends, we're just going to dive right into the fun of Stitchmas. Yay, welcome. I do have a little bit of stitchy progress, a little stitchy whip for you today. I thought that was fun. Last night I pulled out one of my cross stitch whips. I did not start a new one again. I know, I'm fallen by the wayside regarding starting Christmas finishes or starting Christmas starts. But I decided I needed a little bit of, I don't have to really count that much. One of those patterns, I was looking for a pattern where I didn't have to pay attention to the pattern. You know, sometimes it's one of those kind of stitching nights. Can you feel me? You know, some of them you have to like count and really pay attention, but other ones you can kind of catch on to the pattern real quick and you'll see why this one won the choice for last night's stitching. This is, I'm sorry, I had to just grab something to hold it up with. This is where I start. This is what I worked on last night. And can you tell? What a disheveled mess this is. See those trees? The trees were real easy to do. I didn't have to pay attention to the chart very much once I counted that bottom tree branch, and it was just easy to keep going. So I was able to get all 4 of those trees stitched in. Well, let me show you what this chart is. This is hard to do. I need to bring a board next time. This is called Cranberry Christmas by Artful Offerings. Like I said, this is one of my stitchy whips. I was actually a new start from Stitchmas last year. Will I get it done this year? Probably not, but really, we'll see. I mean, it all just depends. It depends on how much time I spend at the Jingle Ball to get stitching done. But at Jingle Ball, I can't count and talk. So I definitely have to have fill-in, which I don't have any fill-in ready. Maybe I needed to get that ready this afternoon. So anyway, that is what I worked on since we were here last. Just a little bit of stitching last night, so that's super fun. So what we're going to do today, I am going to go ahead and spoil right now. Can you tell? Today's Christmas sweater is a little abstract. If you were here last year, you saw this sweater. I'm so excited. I wore this sweater when we had a special guest. Now, yesterday I teased that we might have a special guest, and today we do. So let's just dive right into that for fun, because that's going to be my favorite part of today's video. So right here, I'm going to dive over into our special guest. All right, friends, guess what? I told you guys we were going to have a special guest today here on the day 5 of Stitchmas. I told you I was wearing I gave you a clue this morning of who was our visitor. Can you guess? Lily, I'm so excited you're here with us. So if you don't know, this is my daughter, Lily. If you're new to my channel, this is my daughter, Lily. She makes an appearance. We're going on year 2. We're going on year 2. So
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there that you're gonna make a special appearance during Stitchmas every year. Can you commit?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Okay. Oh, who else is joining us here?
This is my cat. His name is Frankie. Um,
Frank.
he's after Frank Howard's Rock, which is a Clemson thing. Only the cool people know. But yeah, so actually my camera's set up on his cat tree, so he's climbing
He's
all over everything. So
he might knock the camera over. So if we have like a
yeah,
camera falling crash situation, it's thanks to Frankie. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Well, so I'm super excited you get to join us here on Friday. What was yesterday? Yes,
My last day of classes.
that's
Well, for undergrad.
exactly. So if you don't, just in case anyone's new here and they don't know a little bit, you want to tell us a little bit about your story? Where are you and what are you doing right now?
Right now, I am in Clemson, South Carolina, as it says on her sweatshirt. And I am studying genetics and biochemistry. I'm an undergrad as of right now, but in about a week or so, I'm going to be graduating.
That's
Hmm.
exciting.
Very
Yes,
exciting.
yes, yes.
And then after that, I'm switching teams and I'm going to USC. Well, I'm not actually switching teams. I'm going to that school, but we're always going to be a Clemson fan in this
Yeah,
house.
yeah,
We have
yeah.
Clemson trees.
Clemson trees. Oh yes, yeah, yeah. It's your blood runs orange.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're gonna do in. Okay, so USC, you need to clarify. I've got more than one. People are like Southern California. How is she gonna do
Uh,
that? And then when I would say the word Columbia, they think you're going to the country.
oh,
And so just in case, not everybody knows South Carolina and all the things. So
mhm.
USC is
USC is the University of South Carolina.
yes,
Um, it gets confused a lot with Southern California, which
yeah,
makes sense because it's got the same acronym.
yeah.
But yeah, it's in South Carolina and it's in the state capital, which is Columbia, South Carolina. So when she says Columbia, she's talking about the city, not the country.
No, I couldn't handle A if you were in Colombia, the country, or B if you were
No.
in California. Both of those are way too far.
Yeah,
So,
not acceptable answers. Yeah, I
not
gotta agree with that.
acceptable answer. South Carolina, I was like, check, check. I mean, it is the Gamecocks,
I know.
but that's okay. I'm gonna be the mom wearing orange in Colombia. Just hope I don't get, yeah.
I'm gonna be the student wearing orange in Columbia, so one of us is gonna be worse than the other.
So what are you gonna be doing in Colombia? So let's talk because
Yeah.
I don't science isn't my world. Numbers and textiles and fun is my world. So what exactly are you going to be doing in Colombia?
So I am going to be starting my PhD in January, and it's obviously the science world. So I am studying developmental biology specifically.
Okay.
I'm going to be in a biology lab. It's a little different than genetics, but they also do a lot of genetics work in this lab specifically. So the topics overlap.
Right.
Um, and so they like to study the genome of embryos, developing embryos.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it
Okay.
at that level.
I was just okay. I was like, babies, got it. Yes,
Yep,
babies in the pre-babies. Yes.
pre-babies. Yep.
Okay. So doing research for that. And how long are you gonna be there?
I hope
Sorry.
5 years. The
Okay.
thing about PhDs is that there's no set time that they take. You
Right.
only get to graduate when they've decided that you have done enough work and have enough results,
Okay.
which is half skill, but it's also half luck.
Yeah.
If what you choose to research works out and gets cool stuff, then you're out of there faster. If not, then you're there for a while. Most people are there from between 4 to 6 years. 4 is pretty quick. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
so on average, it's 5 to 5.5 years. I'm shooting for 5.
Okay.
Um, but
Okay.
we'll see how it works out.
Okay, fantastic. So has anything else transpired in your life between last I mean, you're busy. Like, listen, you had enough. You're going to graduate from Clemson next week or 2 weeks from
Hmm.
now, and then you're going to the PhD was this whole application process and all the thing. It was
Yeah.
I remember. So this was a big endeavor for the year 2025. But anything else new for 2025 that you want to share with our friends here?
Well, there's two things. The first one is I bought a house in October. So
Yeah.
that was awesome. It was definitely a little bit of a stressful process while it
Yeah.
was happening. But now that
Mhm.
it's over, the
Yeah.
buying process, at least now the homeowning process is,
It's a whole
for
new
the rest
thing.
of
You
time.
you just decided 2025 was the year of the things.
Was my year. Yeah, this
Yeah.
was my year. I got a lot of stuff done.
Yeah.
Um, so I bought a house a little bit outside of Columbia. It's so cute. So I'm really excited about that. And then I also got engaged.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
So, can you tell us a little bit about your fiance if you want to share?
sure. So he and I have known each other for a very long time. He was actually in my third grade class. So so also, I mean, our parents knew who the other one was when we started dating. They're like, the kid from third grade?
Yeah,
Yes, that
yeah.
one. But we started dating in high school, not third grade.
Yeah.
and we have dated for most of high school and college, so it's been about 5.5, 6 years at this point.
Right.
And so I'm graduating, I'm moving to Columbia, and so it was the right timing. But yes,
Yeah.
his name is Logan. I can say
And so,
that.
yes. What's Logan? Where's Logan?
Logan is in Columbia, South Carolina.
You're kidding.
No. Who would have
Yeah.
ever guessed that?
Yeah. Yeah. So Logan is doing his undergrad,
Hmm.
and so thankfully this is like you guys are. I'm not going to call you science nerds because maybe you. I don't know what you'd call yourself. I might call you that, but you're both
That's fair.
you're both very science. He's also in the science field and
Hmm.
will be getting his. Is his a
Farm
PhD
D.
or Farm
It's
D?
called a
Okay.
Farm D. Yeah, it's
Okay.
like an MD, but not
Okay,
that.
for
Yeah.
for pharmaceutical, and
For
it's
yeah.
yeah, so he'll be there for a few more years. It's not just the normal 4-year undergrad. This isn't exactly 5 years more, but you guys are going to make Columbia home for a while.
Yeah, so his program overlaps the undergrad and grad school. So it will take him 6 years to do the whole thing. Usually takes eight,
Right.
um, four for undergrad, and then takes 4 years to get a pharmacy degree.
Yeah.
Um, but he's rolling them into one, so he's gonna get it done a little bit quicker than me.
Okay. Yeah, and his isn't depending on results. It's just
No,
follow the rules.
it's
Okay.
classes. It's a lot of
Yeah.
classes. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
that's and rotations and stuff. But they've got it all figured out.
Okay, so I think one more thing that is super first of all, I think it's fascinating because I have never done it. Go back to the homeowner and the buying of the home. So
Mhm.
obviously, you bought a home in
Yeah,
Columbia, and you know I wouldn't call it a fixer upper, but there were some things that
there
needed
were
to
some
be
things.
that needed to be fixed and upped, right?
Yes.
So thankfully you have some electrical mechanical engineering friends over at Clemson that came over and helped you guys. You had a little, so I don't not the full story, but
Right.
just a couple of the things that you did in Columbia that I think is very fascinating that two 20-year-olds, because you're 20, okay? And what are some of the things that you've had to fix her up in your house?
So so when you buy a house when you're 20, there's not a lot of money left over, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of things that needed to be updated and fixed, and there wasn't pro money to do it. So, I said, "Well, we're going to YouTube this and we're going to figure it out."
Yeah.
And so that's what I did.
Hmm.
And we replaced all kinds of stuff. Uh I replaced the toilets, I replaced the faucets in
Yeah.
the
And, and
bathrooms.
and by I, you mean you and yourself are laying under the sink.
Yeah, like I'm laying on the floor under the sink with a giant wrench. I mean, I don't even know what the tools are called. I was doing it. But, unscrewing the whole hookup that's under there
Yeah.
and putting a whole new one in. Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah.
Um, but so yeah, we did the faucets and the toilets. We went up to the attic and took out the old bathroom vents because they were about 40 years old and they were disgusting. And we wired in new ones. We
Yeah.
wired, new electrical outlets because those were old. The actual thing you plug into, they were
r-
super
Right.
yellow and disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the
Um,
house is 45 years old. I mean, it was built in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
the house was built in the 80s and they did do some updates, all the
Yeah.
major huge things like HVAC or roof or whatever are
Yeah.
new, but there were a lot of smaller stuff around the house that I don't think they ever updated,
Right.
such as the toilets and the faucets and the
Yeah.
electrical
Yeah.
outlets and the bathroom vents and there was some lights that were broken, there was a fan that was wired super not correct and that was
Yeah.
needing to be fixed. But yeah,
Yeah.
so it was mostly,
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah, so
stuff.
so you guys are having fun doing a little DIY. So there are still some more projects left, and
Yeah,
but it's not anything that no rush on it. You can take. You've got 5 years,
they're
like you
mostly
just
cosmetic. Yeah.
yeah
I mean,
yeah
there's a couple of them that aren't cosmetic, but they don't need to be fixed anytime soon.
Yeah, yeah. And right now you're furnishing it with a little bit of mom's hand-me-downs, Logan's hand-me-downs, a little hand-me-down, maybe thrift, little consignment type of situation. So bits and
Yeah.
pieces, you're collecting it, which is kind of, we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get later on as to what we're going to be doing with some of these things. But I thought it would be fun to bring you on. So that's fun for you to share your story with our friends. We're going to do a couple Christmas questions just because I think it's fun. It's Christmas, it's Stitchmas. It's always fun just to have a little bit of chit chat. And then the main reason, not the main reason, but Lily, if you don't know, Lily has an Etsy shop. Now, it's been closed probably a year, maybe 6 months. I don't know. Obviously, she's been busy. You can tell she's been busy, right? So here in 2025, there's classes and PhDs and home ownership. She's been busy, but about a year and a half ago, I convinced you to play a little kitchen chemistry. Obviously, science is your thing, and as being a female, a woman, you like makeup and essential oils and all the things that have to do with and natural ingredients for skincare.
Yeah.
And so I got you to play kitchen chemistry a couple years ago. So if you got my Advent box last year, you were lucky enough to get Lily's launch of the situation. I think that was when you launched. It was the lotion bars from last year. And so we'll talk more about it when we get there, but it's super fun. And that's what we're here. We'll talk about that. But I've got 3 Christmas questions for you. And then we'll do a little Lily's Etsy shop update information just for our friends who maybe they didn't get your thing last year and they want to treat themselves. Okay. And I sent you these ahead of time. So hopefully you've got answers, right?
Oh, lined up.
Yeah, locked and loaded, ready to go. Okay, so the first question we've got, I'm referencing my list, is your favorite Christmas gift memory to tradition. You choose which one of those gift memory or tradition from your childhood or just last year, whatever, that your favorite, or at least just a story you want to share.
I would say, I don't know if I call it tradition, but definitely Graham's Christmas.
Yeah.
That's like Christmas to me. I mean, we do it the same. Christmas has a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
But one thing that has always stayed the same is on
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, we go over to your mom's house.
Right?
And she's got a whole event.
Yes.
It's a party. There's quite a lot of family, and back in the day when we were younger, there was a room full of presents. Like we each had our home corner of the room because we had to organize because otherwise people would just open whatever, and it was so much stuff that it needed to be, there was a system. It's not like that anymore. I mean, because
right.
we're older
You're not
now.
all toddlers with big giant plastic toys. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But the event is still the same.
Yeah.
And I get to see people that I don't see very often there. And so, yeah, I would definitely say Graham's Christmas.
Okay, Graham's Christmas. Now, I will try to. I think a couple of years ago, maybe my first Stitchmas, I did a tour of Graham's house because
Oh, did you?
on any given Christmas, just so people can kind of, understand how many trees are at your grandmother's house.
Well, there's one in the living room. There's one in the sunroom. There's one in every window. So that's like another 12.
Yeah.
And
these aren't just plain trees. I just want people to understand. I don't know if I'm going to get a tour this year. We'll just have to see. But these aren't just pretty trees with little twinkle lights. They're all decorated to the nines.
Yeah, and they're different too. They have different themes.
Right, because this year there's a whole new theme again in the big room.
Yeah. And the one in the family room, by the way, how tall is that tree?
It's either 12 or 15. I forget, but we definitely had to help put that one together again this year, just because but she decorates it. She puts every pick and twig and ball and ornament and all different themes,
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Her favorite one though is she told me it was in the sunroom. The sunroom has all the ones with the things that she would make you and the other, because there's 4 grandkids, but she would have you guys play arts and crafts and here, color this stick. Yes,
Yeah.
color this stick or paint this thing or do that thing. So it's her whimsy tree, she calls it. And that also has all the funky candy cane gobbledygook. So
And
that's
kid
fun.
ornaments. And
Yeah.
below that too, she's got her entire village with the train that
Right.
runs around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
quite
a
a
full-time
production.
job. It's full-time job.
Mhm.
Okay, so all right, if you don't know, Lily's favorite, I won't say meal, food.
Mm.
I would venture to say that your favorite genre of food is dessert.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so Christmas, there's all kinds of different desserts, whether it's cookies and cakes and things. Do you have a favorite Christmas dessert that is like, this is the one I only get it at Christmas? I don't even know if there is one of those things, but as the dessert
Yeah.
connoisseur, I would, yeah,
So I feel like the desserts change almost every year.
yeah,
So there's
yeah,
not one that is made every single year that I count on it. I mean, besides like pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving, because that's a
right,
Thanksgiving thing. But I,
yeah.
I don't think there's a dessert every single year that is always there I look forward to. I pick anything, whatever has the most amount of chocolate in it is what I pick.
Right.
And it's always good. It's always the right decision
Yeah,
every
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Um, Sometimes we make chocolate peppermint cookies. We've done
yeah.
that a few years. And you know what? I think that maybe we even made that on this channel. If we were making cookies on this channel, I don't know if
We
we made those.
we did make those cookies. That would have been a couple years ago for sure. Because
Uh,
last Stitchmas was down in Clemson, so it might have. I remember we did it in this kitchen. I
yeah.
don't know. I'd have to. Yeah. Yeah.
So whenever that was,
Yeah.
those
Chocolate.
cookies, we've made them a few times, not every year, but those are very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll have to. Now that we've mentioned it, I'll have to go and find that recipe and share it. I will link it down below. Um, I know I have that recipe in my book. Maybe I'll have to whip them up. Maybe I'll bring some down for final. Oh, I'm coming after finals week.
Yeah, you're coming after
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe
for
you need
graduation week?
cookies. Yeah, graduation week. We need some
Okay.
chocolate cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then my last Christmas question is favorite Christmas movie.
Oh,
Because I love watching movies. I used to when you were little. I would make you watch. I mean, no, you were a kid, so it wasn't really making you because watching movies was fun as a kid. We make popcorn and do all the things and hot chocolate but do you have like I can run 1, 2, 3 top Christmas movies. Do you have a Christmas like I wouldn't mind watching this every year Christmas movie?
I can think of two.
Yeah.
Elf,
Yes.
classic.
Hmm.
Um, this one I don't know if as many people. I think most people know about it. Is it called Fred Claus? It's the one about Santa Claus's brother.
That's the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's amazing.
Yeah,
You
those are
haven't
my
seen that one?
yeah,
You
it's
need
a
to
good
watch that
one.
one because
It's it's funny. It's
it's
fun. It's
funny.
but it's not like classic like Miracle on 34, the oldie ones.
No, it's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's a good one.
We
Okay.
watch funny Christmas movies mostly.
All right. Well, that is super fun. All right. So I don't want to keep you. I know it's finals week. Last day of class was yesterday,
Yeah.
but I mean, you've got what finals next week, and then I'll come down. We'll do a little fun, and then you graduate, and then you got to move, and then busy.
Yeah.
But somehow in the last month or two, you've squeezed in time to prep a Lily's Corner Etsy shop update.
I did. Yes,
I
for the
I'm
holidays.
I'm so excited. So I don't want to spoil the fun for people that are getting the Tiger Lily Advent. We'll open that in later on in today's video. So I won't spoil it per se.
I think my
But
presence here is a little bit of a spoil, but all right.
once that happened, we kind of talked about, well, maybe you also want to put a few other things in your Etsy shop. Okay,
Mhm.
so like I said, I will link her Etsy shop down below, but just in case they weren't here last year, they're like, what does Lily have? What is she making in that Clemson kitchen? Kitchen chemistry 101. What are you making? What do you got?
So I brought back the classics. Um, and when you say my first launch was for the Advent, that's not correct.
Oh.
Actually, I launched for the first time the summer before Advent, and I
Ah.
launched 3 different lotion bars. This is what I do in case people don't know. Is
Yes, yeah.
I make mainly is what I make is lotion bars.
Okay,
Cook them up in the kitchen.
let me stop you right. What's a lotion bar? I mean,
Okay, so
let's just start there. Yeah.
so if it's no secret I'm not much of a stitcher. However,
Yeah.
However, I do know that a lot of stitchers want to have some sort of lotion for their hands, but the issue is when they use regular lotion, it gets all over their project, whatever they're stitching. I don't know the terminology, but the
Yeah.
things that they're stitching, there gets,
Yeah.
the residue that gets all
The
over it.
the grease. Yeah, if you
Yeah,
just use a traditional tube or lotion, you can't get on your linen or your Ada or your
no.
yeah.
Or your
No.
Ada, yep, that.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't.
get it on
Yeah.
there. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but so I make a lotion bar. It's a solid, it's in the shape of a flower. It's adorable. Um, but
Yeah.
so you rub it in your hands essentially, and it
Yeah.
will, moisturize your hands, but it won't get all over your stuff.
Okay. Okay. I won't have you open one because I know everything you have is
Well,
like ready
I
for
can show you.
sale.
Yeah, these are ready to
Yes.
go. But so this is the
So
green tea.
I brought one of mine. This is the one I keep over by my stitchy spot. What I do, and it's perfect for winter. Here we are. We're entering into dry hand season. You want to wash. It's germs, so you wash your hands a lot, which
Yeah.
dries your hands out. And your floss, your thread can get caught on your dry hands. And so all you do is you warm it up in your hands, and just the temperature of your body just
Mhm.
warms it up just enough to give you a nice, and it's not greasy, and it soaks in, and it's just if and it smells so good. Okay, so talk about your scent. Sorry, I'm gonna sit here and moisturize my hands while you talk.
So a big thing for me, especially when I look at, products that I use, is that I only like natural ingredients.
Yeah, yeah.
I may work with chemistry stuff and I may know what it is that I'm reading, but that doesn't mean I want it anywhere near me.
Right.
So I make these lotion bars with 4 ingredients total, the end of story. It is coconut oil, it's beeswax,
Mhm.
just like, the stuff you thread, that
Yeah.
threading lotion or
Yeah.
not lotion, threading string, thread, yes.
Yes,
Anyway,
yes.
conditioner,
Thread
it's thread
thread
conditioner.
thread conditioner.
Oh my gosh, it just took me a second. Okay. So
Ah,
coconut oil,
ah. Mhm.
beeswax, shea butter, and
Yes.
essential oils. And it's the essential oils that make them smell very good.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I have 3 scents in right now. If you got the Advent last year, that one was winter citrus. But this year, I'm bringing back the ones I initially launched, way
Right.
back when. And that includes the green tea. You probably can't read it, but green tea
Yeah.
and cucumber.
Yes, which is very fresh and refreshing. It's a
Yes.
nice light scent. It's like, but it's a nice light scent. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I
hard to
I
describe
associate it
scents.
with
There's
like
no I wish
green.
yeah, I wish there was smell vision, but there's not. So we just have to describe it just like that one. The other two,
Yeah.
okay, okay, I
Well,
know
so
what they
I
are.
actually I color coordinate my essential oils bottle by the color I imagine from the scent. This one is
Okay.
green.
Yes, yeah,
It's very,
yeah.
fresh,
Fresh. Yeah, yeah.
light. It's like,
Mhm.
um this one I have lavender.
That's the one I've got. Yeah, that's the
Hmm.
classic lavender. I also keep one by my bedside table. So before I go to bed, just I get in bed. Lavender is one of those that helps you sleep. It's one of those essential oils that that's what they do. And so just and that's a TMI. But you can also rub it, put on your hands, but then you can rub it on your feet just to give you a nice lavender. Get ready for bed, calming situation. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. And so the last one that I have is this is most people's
Mm,
favorite
It's my
because it's
favorite.
it's just nothing beats this one in my opinion. But it's vanilla pomegranate.
Yes.
This one smells really good. I'm not like all of them are great in my
Yeah.
opinion, but that one is
Yes.
most people when they, when she brought it to events and stuff, people would smell and they're like, "Oh, that one smells that I really like that one. That one smells really good." And then they'd open the vanilla one and they'd be like, "Oh no, This
This
one is
is
the
that's
yeah,
the cat's pajamas. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So, okay, so you've got lotion bars in your Etsy shop, and
mhm,
you did some bundles, right? So
yeah,
you could just buy them individual. If you've never tried one, you just want to try one, totally do that. But
mhm.
they're also great, like you just mentioned when I took it to retreats. Now I remember you launched StitchCon series. I remember I took
I
it to
launched on
StitchCon.
StitchCon. Mhm.
Yes, and so I took them to StitchCon and gave them as table mate gifts, retreat, and I know lots of friends who have done that over the years since you've been around. Once they try it, they're like, this is perfect to give to my table mates at retreats. And they're shelf-stable for at least 6 to 9 months. I know that this
Yeah.
one, like was the last time you made them, which was a while ago, but it's still perfect. So it's great for retreats, upcoming spring, maybe get ahead of times because you're going to be doing PhD research. Although this launch is great, and hopefully is going to help you maybe get a new toilet or maybe get a washer and dryer for the house. Wouldn't that be fun? So
That
that
would
is
be pretty great. Yeah.
so that to be with friends, that is why how it was very easy for me to convince Lily to not only be a part of the Advent spoiler, but to also come back and do an Etsy shop drop for you guys. So hopefully you can help her in that way. But so you've got bundles
Mhm.
you've got individual bars. You've
Yeah.
also got bundles for people. It's a little deal. I don't remember what the deal is.
So for the bundles, you can buy. This is what I initially launched, and it's probably gonna I'm gonna do this again.
Yeah.
Is you can buy six for the price of five.
Yes.
So they
Okay.
retail for 10, so you can
Yeah.
buy six for 50.
Yeah.
Um, and it's my understanding that six is the lucky number that you need when you
Yes.
go on retreats.
It's a common retreat table is 6. Yes.
Is
Yeah.
six.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I have six for five, and also on my Etsy shop, you get free shipping if you have $35 worth of stuff in your cart. Um,
Fabulous. Which
yeah,
is great because we all know it's not free to you. So that's a really that's a gift.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. It's not free to me, but you know what? I like to help people out. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And you do have and you dropped a couple, so you've got the lotion bars,
Hmm.
but are you putting waxers in the shop? Are there a handful of those? Just
Yeah, there's a handful of waxers. There's not
yeah.
very many,
Yeah.
but I have some waxers left over
Yeah.
from previous launches and stuff, and they're still good as new. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
all it is beeswax. It's a blend of yellow and white beeswax.
Yeah.
And hi, my cat is
Yeah.
deciding to join us.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I have a few. I don't have very many.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I have the ingredients to make more. I could make I could make more if they sell out.
Right.
Um, but yeah, so there's a few of those in there too.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So what we're going to do, obviously, when this video is live, the shop will be open and live, and
mhm.
it will be linked down below. And I know, don't, I'm going to go ahead and just tell everybody it's a micro drop, meaning it's not full. You've heard what she's been doing. She's been busy and she's going to continue being busy next week. So hopefully there's something in the shop still. If you want to grab something and get added to your cart, I suggest quicker, sooner rather than later. You're getting ready to ship. You've got everything ready to ship.
Yep.
Like I said, it's finals week, but you're going to squeeze this shipping in real quick,
Oh
like
yeah.
yeah, and so it will go out in plenty of time. Here it is on the 5th of December. You're going to get these out, within I think 2 or 3 days is your normal turnaround time, so plenty of time. Great stocking stuffers for your
Yes.
family, for your friends. It's not just for stitchers. But so that's so fun. So thank you guys so much for supporting Lily. If you do shop, she definitely will appreciate it. She can it will go to a good cause. Frankie's
Yes.
making Frankie's making a nice appearance to end. So that is what we've got for you guys. Yeah. So that I'm so excited that Lily was able to join us again this year and share what she's been up to. Again, we've got her on camera. She's going to come back next year. So
Yeah.
maybe next
No,
time I
I will come back. Well, see,
maybe
now I've got a helper. He has to.
right. Oh
He has
yeah.
to help me. It's in the contract.
Logan is gonna, yeah. So maybe next time we'll have to do a little Columbia special
Hmm.
and have Logan come in. So I know you're not gonna make a promise as to when you're gonna drop again because we don't know what you don't even know what you're gonna be doing, but
Yeah.
we shall see. But hopefully you'll come back next year.
Stay
And
tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. I will always keep you guys updated. I like to tell them, you know, they get a little bit of snips here and there of what you're up to. Not too much, but it was always fun. They get a little FaceTime with you. All right, friends. So that is Lily. And so thank you so much for coming. Now it's time to go get ready to study. And I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. I hope that was something fun for you guys. I know that Lily comes on here about once a year or so. I might get her to do a special Stitchmas guest appearance every year. We shall see. She's really, really busy though. So, and she doesn't really stitch or knit or quilt or do any of the making in the textile world. As you can see, she loves making in her like little tangent chemistry, kitchen, all that kind of stuff world, which is super great. And we get to reap the benefits of that. So hopefully that was super fun for you guys. Let's dive into the regular Stitchmas goodies. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the giveaway. Remember, we're doing 12 days of giveaways too. Here's today's giveaway bag for day 5. We've got it stamped. Let's see what's inside. Again, I prepared these a couple weeks ago. I don't exactly remember, but it's super fun for me and for you. Now I remember. Okay. So in this one, we have a bundle of, again, cross-stitch charts that are from Fat Quarter Shop. This is going to be the fall, autumn, and holiday bundle all curated together. So I'm super excited to show you some of these great charts. Let's take a look, shall we? So we've got Mary, which is a mini Simply sign. This one's really sweet. Of course, you know I love it. It's got a pink sign. We've got the Quilted Scarecrow, a fabulous chart from Lori Holt. Foxtrot is very autumnal with the acorns. We've got the Boo mini Simply sign. So sweet. Again, you could just grab one of this sweet little pumpkins and make maybe a scissors fob or something with it. Sticking with the pumpkin theme, we have Thankful for Sweet Friends. We've got Gather mini sign, a pumpkin, an acorn, a really gorgeous pink leaf. Oh, look at this sweet little butterfly. So we have the Home mini sign. It's got butterflies and a little floral motif. And then last but not least is 'Tis the Season, which has got a gingerbread house, a gingerbread cookie tree. So adorable. I also threw in 2 super fun little notions and goodies inside this giveaway bag to add on to those fabulous charts. One of them is going to be a sweet set from my friend Christina at Siggy's Closet. I know we've talked about her before. I will link her Etsy shop down below. I love Christina's bling. This is a sweet little Grinch set. We're sticking with the Christmas theme. You can see it's got the little Grinch and the balls holding the ornament, a little stocking, so a little bling for your scissor fob, zipper pull, whatever, as well as in this little giveaway set is also this sweet floss drop card cabochon. So you can use these floss drop cards, add it to your other cards. But again, it's a sweet Grinch set from Siggy's Closet. Now I will link Christina down below. She's got a fabulous collection of goodies for you to bling out all your projects, not just Christmas. So many different things. Everything is fun. I love having a little coordinating matching set. So she is a fabulous small business. I love working with her. And of course, you know I couldn't have our special guest on today and not include in the giveaway one of her fabulous lotion bars. So this is the lavender lotion bar from Lily's Corner. It's one of my favorites, and we're going to just go ahead and throw that into the giveaway bundle as well. So today's giveaway bundle, we're going to use the word Merry. So remember, to be entered in the giveaway, you need to use the word Merry, like Merry Christmas. Merry in a sentence. You don't have to use it in a sentence. Just use it in the comments down below, as well as go ahead and make sure that you like the video and are a subscriber to the channel. So all 3 of those things to be entered in the daily giveaways. The giveaways will be pulled again on December 20th. So hopefully you've enjoyed today's special video, special guest, chit-chatting with Lily and finding out what she is up to. But now we're going to dive right into the Advent opening. So if you don't want to be spoiled, now's your time to exit the ride and I will see you tomorrow. But if you want to see what we've got, let's dive in to the 4 Advents that we open every day. So today we're going to start with the Tiger Lily Advent, as we love to do. This is again going to be in one of these sweet little pink pouches. We've got the 5 card, the 5 number card on it, and let's open it up and see what's in today's goodies. Now, are you surprised? I hope you're not. So in today, we've got 2 special little goodies. One of them is going to be from Lily's Corner, which is why she was on today's video. I reached out to Lily this past summer and I said, don't you want to be in my box again? She debuted in my box last year with her lotion bars. This year, she made every one and I love them so much. These sweet little gingerbread waxers, put them in these gorgeous pink tins, which you can reuse after the fact, but I love having her wax in my stitchy spot. So again, it's a little sweet gingerbread house waxer in its pink tin from Lily's Corner. So that is what is in one of the things. And then another goodie that also I keep in my stitchy spot. So I'm thinking maybe you might enjoy one in your stitchy spot is a needle threader. Now, I don't always use a needle threader, but when you need one, you need one. You know what I mean? So I love to have this, and this is my favorite one. This is by a company called Prim. And when I saw this, yes, I've tried all the different ones, the Dritz, the Clover. I've tried lots of different needle threaders. I love this birdie style needle threader, and it's just a bonus that it was hot pink. You know that I loved it even more once I found out it was in hot pink, but really it is my favorite needle threader. It covers, it covers the needle threader so you're not, it's big enough where it doesn't get lost, but it's small enough where it doesn't get in the way. A lot of the other ones, the little actual function of the needle threader can get pointy and stabby and broke. This has a plastic cover that covers his little beaky tip, which is the needle threader part. Again, it's my favorite needle threader, and I wanted to make sure that you had one in your stitchy notions area. So that is day 5 of the Advent from Tiger Lily. Let's dive in to some yarn and stitchery. So we're going to dive into MoonGlow first. This one's name is Cozy Clementine. Well, my sweater, I think, is apropos for today's yarn, I'm guessing. Clementines. They're orange. It's a beautiful tangerine-y color orange. So we finally shifted away from pinks for our MoonGlow yarn. So I will get this strung up on our MoonGlow yarn ribbon. I love this. I think I'm just going to hang it around my studio. I will use them someday. If you aren't watching, my sweet friend Jody from Simply Stitching Ocala is doing a Vlogmas here this year on YouTube. You should check her out. The great thing is she also got this MoonGlow yarn Advent, and she's actually, I think, 2 or 3 rows into her project. Her and Jessica, Sweetwater Stitcher, also great Vlogmas. Check them out. She's going to be doing a different cowl using the MoonGlow. They, again, I talked about this before in one of my other videos, that both of them got this Advent, and they had both smartly, very smartly, chose a cowl to get started for. I haven't done anything but put it on my ribbon. I don't think that's going to happen this year. There's too many other balls that I'm juggling here during this holiday season, but I'm excited maybe when things slow down. I'm not quite sure when things are going to slow down, but maybe when they do, I'll be excited to cast on one of these ribbon projects. But if you want to see something live and in action, I think they're both knitting along and hopefully with their MoonGlow Advent and actually making 2 different cowls. So it's great inspiration. I will link both their channels down below if you're not watching their daily Vlogmas, Stitchmas. You should definitely check it out. Okay, so let's dive into the next yarn, which is going to be Leap of Faith Yarns, day 5. Do you see the animal? Okay. Oh, that's a beautiful butterfly. Very beautiful. Look, it's almost like they go together. Oh my gosh, those would be super great, but I'm not going to split up a rainbow. But that is a gorgeous orange and tangerine and pumpkin colored yarn, beautifully inspired by whatever that butterfly is. Moth, butterfly, it's just gorgeous. You know I love it. Again, I'm matching. So that's exciting. Okay, so that was day 5 for the 2 yarns. Let's dive in to the Stitchery day 5. Now this one is super, super cute. I can already tell, I'm guessing. I can guess what is inside, but it's sweetly wrapped with this baker's twine and a little doodah at the, so cute. I mean, no attention to detail. Look at this little twig of sprig around this. It is, yeah, it says winter on the outside of it. I feel pretty confident that I know that it's a candle. Let's see. Yes. It smells wonderful. It smells kind of like cranberries and Christmas trees. Cranberries and Christmas trees together. Cinnamon. Cranberries, Christmas trees, and cinnamon. All those things go together. I'm not quite sure how, but it's beautiful. It's winter. It's a fabulous, fun candle. I will have to give that a burn. Right now, it is snowing out here outside. Maybe I'll take some B-roll video and show you guys the winter wonderland that is happening. Right now, it's the pretty snow before it gets all messy. But it's snowing here on Friday morning here in Mount Vernon, Virginia, right outside of DC. So we're getting a little bit of winter wonderland. It would be a great day for me just to play hooky from work, snuggle up on the couch and do all the things. But alas, I have too many things to do. I will maybe. So hopefully today at 3 o'clock, I can play hooky from work and join the Jingle Ball fun. I hope to see you there. But if I don't see you there tonight, I will definitely see you here on YouTube tomorrow for day 6 of the 12 Days of Stitchmas, friends. Happy stitching.